Hello, this is Janet Morana. I'm the executive director of Priest for Life. Welcome to our program. And of course, abortion is on the front burner because of this election. And of course, the Democrats there's not an abortion they don't love. And now they have supposedly Kamala Harris, who's like I would call her, she was supposed to be the border czar. She's really the abortion czar because that's all she worries about is making sure we can kill babies to birth. So it's time that we wake up and show people what abortion really does. Okay. Yes, it kills the baby, but it affects the mother, the father, and it even affects future siblings. Well, we've got a great project to tell you about and a powerful clip to show you. So joining me today is Marc Aramian, and he is the producer of this great film. He called him Adam. So welcome to the program, Marc.
Thank you.
Well, of course, this is a great story. And I know from the experience of women from Silent No More that, they have that abortion, then eventually they go on later and marry and have kids. And guess what? Those children are affected by the death of that baby that was aborted. And most people don't make that connection, but we see it time and time again. And your story just connects so into this. Tell us a little bit about how you came to know this whole story.
Well, we were making pro bono films for Tennessee Right to Life and Chattanooga Right to Life and participating in the March for Life. And we discovered so many people that had abortion regret. And one person in particular stood out, Regina Block. She's the director now of the National Memorial for the Unborn, which is here in Chattanooga. It's it's actually renovated from a former Planned Parenthood clinic.
Right. Mm-hmm. And, I've been there. I've seen it.
You've been there. So you know the story that these pro-life people in Chattanooga 30 years ago bought the building and evicted Planned Parenthood. It's a wonderful story. Yeah. And in case your audience wants to know about it, when they were renovating and tearing down things, like the abortion rooms, somebody left a tribute to their child on the doorsteps. And they realized that people, mothers and fathers, need a place to honor their unborn children.
Right. Yes.
And that story, hers is a really inspiring story of transformation that includes what you said. She was on the verge of suicide when her little daughter let her know that she'd been having recurring dreams about her brother, meeting her brother in heaven.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And just to tell you about Chattanooga, the memorial there, so people understand, women have then sent in and had plaques that are on this beautiful wall and where they're naming their baby. And there's a plaque there. And in fact, I brought Norma McCorvey there, the Jane Roe with the Roe v. Wade. Brought her there. And she has a plaque there along with Sandra Cano, the Doe of the Doe v. Bolton. That was a historic visit we did a number of years ago. Yeah. But this story, Marc, is so important, I think, because it shows the impact of abortion beyond the baby and beyond the mother and father. Very often people aren't thinking of all the other people that are impacted by an abortion. So why don't we do this? And well, first of all, I just want to mention, brothers and sisters, we got to this point where Marc finally developed he's got the script. Now we have a trailer, but this whole project is crowdfunded, isn't it? Explain that to them.
It is, yeah. Crowdfunding. It's a way for filmmakers like us who are trying to tell an important story can bypass the Hollywood system and raise money independently of the gatekeepers who don't want this story told. The way we do it is we set up a page on a funding site, and people can come visit us, and they can click on a donate button, and it gives them an opportunity to contribute to make this film happen. Now, we've raised over $50,000 so far, which was enough for us to shoot 12 scenes from which we crafted a trailer. And that is where we are today. We need to raise about $1 million, and it's going to take a million people $1 a piece, or you can do the math.
And I want to remind people that, crowdfunding is successful. Many people now have seen there's 4 seasons of The Chosen. I think now they just finished season 5, which we'll see soon. That was all crowdfunded. That's how that started. Hollywood didn't want to produce this beautiful series about the life of Jesus. Heck no. And then what was it, Mark? Sound of Freedom also was crowdfunded, right?
That's right. And his only son, that's another one in Angel Studios. Angel Studios is built on the idea of crowdfunding. And
Right.
they have, they have sold over $100 million worth of, tickets to people. Hollywood would jump at that, but they won't
Right.
because it goes against the narrative.
Right. Well, they only want to put stuff out that supports the left agenda. That's what they want. So
Yeah.
I want people to get excited about this project. I want them to crowdfund with us. But let's first now take a look at the trailer you've created, because I think it's so powerful. Let's take a look.
Your symptoms indicate a chronic disease called endometriosis.
It's not malignant, is it?
Oh, no. But I would like to run some more tests. Unfortunately, I can't in your current condition.
What condition?
You're pregnant. Of course, if you were to terminate the pregnancy.
You mean get an abortion?
At this stage, it's like getting a wart removed.
Don't worry, it's quick and painless. By tomorrow, it'll be like nothing ever happened.
Oh, God, what have I done?
Frankly, I'm a bit surprised by your grades. You did so well the first semester.
I'm having some health issues.
I can refer you to a counselor if you think it would help.
No, I don't need a counselor. I'm fine. I will be fine. Really. They told me I was making the right choice, but they lied. I've been haunted by that choice every single day since. It's back, isn't it? The endometriosis.
No, actually, you tested positive for pregnancy again. I strongly advise amniocentesis.
No, not this time. I'm willing to take whatever God gives me. I love my daughter so much. She's the love of my life. And I would do anything for her. But every milestone, they all just remind me of everything that I've taken away from my son. Now off with your crown and give me that wand, Miss Thing, and it's off to dreamland for you.
You know what I'm gonna dream about?
What?
My brother.
You don't have a brother.
Yes, I do. He lives in heaven.
This child knows my deepest, darkest secret, and I have never even told her she had a brother.
I had another dream about my brother.
Tell me. Tell me about your brother.
It was a light. That's when I saw them.
Who? Who did you see?
Wow. I'm telling you, Mark, so powerful. I just am hoping and praying we can crowdfund this through the roof, that we can get this movie made, because this will impact so many people. I mean, I know from testimonies of women who went on to, get married later and have a child and said, there's something missing here. The kids feel it. They know it. And I could give you another example. Dr. Philip Nate, Canadian psychiatrist, practiced family practice and has researched abortion for decades. He tells one story where a woman came to him with her 7-year-old little girl, and she was wetting the bed and having night terrors at night, couldn't sleep. And so he was talking to the mother, and in the other room was his assistant, and asked this little girl, draw a picture of your family. Now, she was an only child. She drew a picture of mommy, daddy, herself, and an older sibling. And they brought the picture in, and Dr. Ney looked at it. And then he said to the woman, tell me about your pregnancy losses. He didn't even use the word abortion. She cried hysterical and said, yes, I lost a child to abortion. So I'm trying to say, Mark, what you're doing here in this movie and this whole story, I've experienced it with now a renowned psychiatrist, and he's written so much about what he calls sibling survivors. It is true. So
it's not only
tell us
that,
more about the film and the trailer.
Yeah, it's not only that, but there are just millions of women who want to reconcile with God, but they can't because they can't get past it. They can't forgive themselves. And until they see Regina's path, they're going to suffer, and they're going to keep voting for abortion. So there's a lot of reasons for us to be making this movie. We feel like it's going to make a huge impact. And we all know women who have 50 years ago, early in the whole Roe v. Wade era, had abortions and still suffer, still cry about it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's so important about Rachel's Vineyard, which is a ministry of ours where they can find peace and healing. And what happens, like on a Rachel's Vineyard weekend, is they put the humanity back on that child. They give them a chance to write a letter to the baby, to mourn the child. It's like they have that wake service that they never had, and they can have closure because, like you just said, they can accept God forgives them, but they have a very hard time forgiving themselves unless they've gone through abortion recovery. So this film will open the floodgates. It really will, because it's going to bring front and center to them what happened to their baby. So now tell us, how can people get involved and donate and to help crowdfund here?
So you go to our website. It's called henamedhimadam.com. Of course, he refers to Jesus, and Adam is the little boy's name we discover in the movie. henamedhimadam.com, and there you'll see buttons to press for donating. Some people send us checks directly. We have anywhere from $5 to $8,000 we've had donated to our campaign, and whatever anybody's comfortable with. There's a way to send us checks directly if you don't want to go through a third party and pay a fee. And the address is there, who to make the check out to. And your audience would be so great if your audience would help us with this crowdfunding.
Well, I would love to see this crowdfunded successful all during the month of August so you can get it made. I'd like to see this movie out by October before the election, if we can manage that, right? I mean, if we can crowdfund and get the money in right away, is it doable that we could launch it in October before the election?
Probably not. It takes a long time. These 12 scenes that we shot, we were prepping for that for about 2 months.
Oh, wow.
It's a long process to make a movie.
Long process. Oh, well, doesn't, even if it's after the election, we have to still change hearts and minds, and we have to get people healed.
And this is an ongoing battle, especially in the States where, in Tennessee, Planned Parenthood is renovating one of their abortion clinics that burned down. They're so confident they're going to change the law in Tennessee. Yeah.
It's terrible. And they're putting up these big surgical units like they did down in Texas. They did another one up in Illinois. It's really sad. So I have to say, let's all get going. henamedhimadam.com. Let's make a donation today. We're watching the program. When it's over, let's go and crowdfund. We can do what they did for The Chosen He named him Adam. So thank you so much for joining me today, Mark. And I'm going to pray we get that money in as soon as possible. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate your prayers.
Okay. God bless. Wow. I hope you enjoyed that trailer, how powerful it is. And now I'm going to ask you one more time. HeCalledHimAdam.com. Let's crowdfund this project so the movie can get made. It's going to change hearts and minds. So thanks for joining us, and let's crowdfund this movie, okay? This is Janet Morana, Executive Director of Priest for Life. Thank you, and God bless.